Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this crystal connection where we're exploring the crystal of gold. Now you might be thinking, well hold on Adam, gold is a metal, is it really a crystal? Well, metals still have a crystalline structure. The difference between a metal and a crystal is a metal is made out of just one element, so gold is obviously just gold, whereas a crystal, for example quartz, is made up of multiple elements such as silicon and oxygen, silicon dioxide, which is your quartz. So what you're going to find when you're working with metals, you're actually still working with crystal energy. They form on that molecular structure beautiful, perfect shapes, and thus they hold large amounts of energy. But when we're working with metals, we also get a really pure energy because it is just that single element as well. Of course, gold is well known. We love it in jewellery, we use it in trade, it's been valued and sought after all around the world. But when we have our gold, how can we actually use it on a magical level? That's what we're going to explore in this video. So let's dive in and explore the spiritual and magical properties of gold. The ancients associated different metals with different astrological bodies in the sky. The sun was associated with the gold, and so gold has a very projective energy as opposed to silver, which has a more yin or receptive or magnetic energy and is associated with the moon. When we work with gold, we use it to raise energy. So if you are wanting to do some creative visualization, some witchcraft, some magic of any form, having gold will really help to kind of you can draw on that energy and send that out. So meditating with gold before actually do any other crystal work or any kind of magical work can help to raise that energy as well. Now, not only in the spiritual realm, but we can wear gold throughout the day to give us courage, to give us strength, to help us to be bold. It helps to, I guess, kind of utilize the masculine or the yang side within each of us. Now, regardless of our gender, we still have a yin and a yang side. The yin side, of course, is that aspect that is nurturing, that is intuitive, that cares for and nurtures goals. But the masculine yang side is the projective, it is the objective, it is the constructive and the progressive side that makes things happen. You actually need to have both to make a goal happen. You need to know what the plan is and have a structure to make it happen, but you also have to have that yin side that will nurture it and love it so that it actually has meaning and is meaningful for you as well. Working with gold helps with that masculine side so that when you have a goal, you can actually get out there and make it happen. So now we want to look at why would we work with gold jewelry and maybe crystals set in gold jewelry as opposed to silver jewelry. You'll find that obviously silver is going to be less expensive and so that can be favorable in that way. But if we're looking purely not on an economic or a cost factor but on a magical factor, you'd want to have gold for anything you'd want to send out into the world. So maybe you might set rubies in gold to send out, your strength and your passion. But if you're maybe working with moonstone and you wanted to bring that energy in, then having that set in silver would be really powerful as well. Now, you may also want to look at where you wear it on your body. Remember that we have a projective, a sun hand, and a receptive moon hand. The hand that you write with. For most of us, that will be our right. That makes things happen, just like gold and that yang energy. Our other hand, most of us, it's our left hand, it's not a weaker hand. It has a different skill set. It's for sensing, it's for feeling. It's kind of like that quiet guy in the corner of the party. Not the freaky one, just the quiet one who notices more, is more receptive. And that's why often when we're tuning into crystals, we can actually hold them in our left hand. And then when we program them and give them a mission, we hold it in the right hand as well. So just like that, our gold jewelry helps us send out our intentions into the world, whether we want to project out confidence, fame, healing, different aspects like that. And we want to bring in love, healing, intuition, we work with the silver and the crystals that align with that, especially on our receptive side. Obviously, gold has a connection to abundance, and one of the ways of actually bringing more abundance into our life is said to gift gold to another person. Not with the expectation that you'll get something back or for an exchange, like a person buying gold off you, but it can be a really great gift. I guess what happens when we're looking at abundance, we're not just looking at financial abundance, but we're looking at having an abundant life of great opportunities, great friends, all these different kind of memories that we form through living the full life that we want to live. So gifting gold out can actually help to bring the flow of abundance back into your life as well. Now, going back to gold's structure on that molecular level, it's actually isometric, which means that it grows in squares or cubes. So other crystals that grow like this, fluorites, garnets, sodalite, pyrite, and all these are great for abundance. Now, not bringing abundance into our life, but actually building on abundance. Now, if you've already got gold, you might be going, well, hey, I don't need any more. I'm doing all right already. I've got my abundance. But when you work with gold, it actually helps you to build on your successes already. So when we're wanting to bring new abundance in, we might work with something like a citrine. When we want to build on what we've already got, then we'd switch to something like gold as well. Now, the other interesting thing about gold, it's a very soft metal. There's a scale called the Mohs scale, M-O-H-S, and it goes from 0 to 10. A diamond is 10, very, very hard. A quartz, for example, is 7. Gold, 2.5. And that's often why gold is mixed with some other metal to kind of harden it up. But when we look at pure gold, it's so soft, it's almost quite malleable. And so that teaches us that abundance comes when we are more flexible. And working with gold helps us to look for more opportunities and to be more flexible in that type of way as well. Now, in this discussion of abundance, we've been talking a lot about money, but it's also said that knowledge is power, and gold is associated with helping you to acquire the right knowledge. If you are studying or if you're trying to find an answer to something, wearing or carrying a piece of gold will help you in that way to gather the right knowledge, to know what the right way forward is, and to have that confidence and courage to progress in life, to be successful in each way. Now, you may be listening to this and going, well, I want to be abundant, I want to build on what I have, but I don't have the money to buy gold. Even the smallest amount of gold, even gold leaf, can be used in magical or meditation workings to help amplify and build upon the success that you already have. As you go bit by bit, it will start to grow exponentially, and soon you'll have enough money, enough experience, enough friends, enough contacts, enough opportunities to bring that gold into your life and to have some beautiful gold jewelry or whatever form you might have that gold in. Just like when we sit under the sun, we feel regenerated and rejuvenated, working with gold can be very healing for the body as well. Whenever you're not feeling 100%, then really bring in some gold and have it on the body to bring that kind of vibrancy and that energy to help your body come back into equilibrium, back into balance, and heal as it needs to. But don't wait until you get sick. In fact, gold is great to be proactive in your health because of its sheen or its shine that it has on it. Any crystal, and you've heard me talk about this with other crystals before, like tiger's eye, it works as a mirror and deflects unwanted, dark, or diminishing, or destructive, or draining energies away from you. So wearing gold jewelry, and there are lots of traditions with young children or just adults wearing gold, not only to bring in abundance and to attract abundance, but also to detract misfortune as well. And gold can be used to do that, to protect our good health. Now, one place where gold has actually got a bit of a reputation for is, and bringing that masculine energy as well, it's said to help with impotency. If we think about gold being healing, regenerative, it gives us strength, it gives us power, it gives us confidence. If a male is having issues with sexual performance or sexual dysfunction, working with gold and feeling more confident about themselves and getting their mind in the right place can really be beneficial. And gold can be a bit of an asset there as well. Another place where we commonly see gold is on the wedding band. And you may wonder, well, why do we do that? Is it just because it's an expensive metal? But no, it again comes back to that link to the sun. It symbolizes, I shall love you for as long as the sun will last. And of course, the ring, being never ending, shows that sign or that symbol of fidelity. So we wear gold rings to help us to remain committed to those that we love. Now, you may also want to use gold when you want to kind of bring love into your life. Because of it being a high vibration metal and a really pure metal, it helps you to find true love that will actually help you to be at your best. Sometimes we get into relationships where we actually find that our light is dimmed by the partner. But if you're looking for someone who will actually lift you up and help you to fly with the eagles instead of scratch around with the chickens, then work with gold and bring gold into your crystal grids or your crystal meditations to actually help to attract that into your life. Now, the other interesting thing is because gold has that yang energy to it, it actually can help you to fight for love. Sometimes we need to be bold and we need to be courageous and we need to do what we need to do to win someone over. Now, I'm not saying that you need to get into fisticuffs with someone to kind of battle for love and that type of thing, but sometimes we just need to give it a bit of a strength to it. We need to show how much we care and give it our all. I think there's nothing worse in life than wondering what could have been in a love. Gold will give you that confidence to make sure that you don't leave any stone unturned and that you give it your all, that you give yourself in a romantic relationship or when pursuing or dating someone to make sure that you don't let it kind of fall by the wayside and sit there wondering, what if? It's a really powerful love crystal or love metal, so you can bring it in this way as well. Because gold is so pure, it helps us to connect to pure energies and especially heavenly energies, in particular angelic energies. Pairing gold with angelic crystals such as seraphonite, angelite, angel aura quartz, celestite and so on can really help you to connect with whichever angel you want to connect with. You may want to connect with your guardian angel, the angel that is there with you from the moment you take your first breath on this planet to the moment you take your last. And then we have different angels that we're called to or are called to help us for particular times in our life as well. One particular angel that gold really resonates with is Archangel Michael. Of course, he is of all the things he looks after, one of those things is actually the sun. And so they're all tied in together. When we think about Michael, he helps us overcome our fears, he helps us to be bold and to overcome our demons. When we often see pictures of Michael, he's got a foot on a demon. Now, you may not have these little things under your bed kind of demons, but we have these fears, these inadequacies that hold us back. Michael and gold both help us to shine brightly, to shine our light into the world, to be courageous, to be confident, and not to hide who we truly are from the world. So, when you want to connect with angelic realms, use that conduit energy of gold to draw it through, especially when you pair it with some of my favorite angelic crystals. So it might have been a bit of a surprise for you that, oh, okay, well, gold is actually a crystal now. Do I need to cleanse my gold chains or my gold rings? Just like other crystals, I would suggest you do. And of course, cleansing different crystals in different ways can be really great. It should be rather obvious how we would cleanse our gold out under the sun. And especially like the summer solstice, that can be a really great time to regenerate and rejuvenate that crystal and bring it to its full capacity and back to how it really powerfully should be. Now you can also work with other gifts of nature as well. Citrus oils are often associated with the sun. So any of your citrus oils are great, but my favorite is actually kumquat. Kumquat is a really interesting essential oil. It comes from the rind of the citrus fruit. Now the interesting thing about the kumquat is normally with citrus fruits we eat the flesh and we get rid of the rind or the peel on the outside. But with kumquats we normally use the rind for marmalades and different things like that and throw out the inside. It's a bit too bitter tasting. So kumquat is often known as being an abundance symbol, but it brings us abundance from unexpected ways. Remember before how I was talking about gold, helping us to be malleable and flexible in where our income and our abundance comes from? Kumquat brings the same. So working with these two together can really help to bring abundance and pleasant unexpected surprises. Doesn't that sound good? Now, when it comes to animal guides, there are lots of different animals that are associated with the sun, and these all really beautifully resonate with gold. You know, these are animals like the eagle, the horse, the bear, the porcupine, the ram. These are all really quite connected to that solar, that strong, that powerful energy. And find one that really resonates with you and try meditating as you hold your gold as well. Astrologically, gold is connected to Leo, which is ruled by the sun. And so again, it allows that Leo aspect of life, or where we have a full moon in Leo, or when the sun is in Leo, this is the best time to break out your gold. And what you want to do here is you want to look at the Leo aspect of life. Leisure, pleasure, and play. Relax, be more malleable, enjoy the abundance and the buffet of life. If you're finding that you're getting too serious, then work with gold to just let you relax into it a lot more. And the Leo aspect will help you as well. Of course, the sun and Leo are connected to the day Sunday, so that is your best day to be doing your any of your rituals or your magic or your meditations with your gold. The best thing to do as well is look at the solar calendar. Solstices, equinoxes, whenever the sun is in a prominent position, this will be heightened by working with your gold at these times as well. So, what do you think of gold? Is it something you'd like to work with a little bit more? How do you work with your gold? Have you thought of it as being a magical crystal or metal? It certainly is. It's been used by alchemists and magicians for thousands of years, and now I hope I've given you some tips on how you can use it in your own home. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.